Welcome to Btvn. I'm Judson Woods.
And I'm Joey Penn. We'd like to give a shout out to the visiting school, the Blake School, who will be performing right after the conclusion of this show.
It's awesome that we have a connection to such a great school. Hopefully all of the Blake School students enjoy their stay in Kansas City. I know there's a lot of things to do in Kansas City. Royals are playing well right now.
Yeah, you
go see a barbecue.
Go to the K, get some barbecue, definitely get some barbecue.
Yeah, 6-3 right now.
Yeah.
So
top of the division, right?
Yeah. Twins are up there. Sorry, Twins. Now let's move on to some announcements.
Yeah, so the volunteers are needed for the middle school track meet on April 23rd from 4 to 7 p.m. If you are interested, email Mr. Fox.
The World's Fair has been postponed to next fall, with the new date most likely falling either at the end of September or at the beginning of October. Instead of going to the World's Fair on April 26th, middle and upper school students will instead attend an assembly from 10 to 10:45 that should act as a preview of what to expect in the fall.
The 5th grade leaves for their annual trip to Washington, D.C. on Monday. And although I didn't go to Barstow in 5th grade, I know that the trip is a great experience and fun for everyone that's involved.
As you fill out your course request forms for the next year, please be aware of the following class additions. In the fall, you may take Introduction to Oral, Augmentation, and Debate, which will teach argument evaluation and presentation. Students will not have to attend debate tournaments, but may do so if interested.
Also in the spring, you may take Introduction to Law and Legal Reasoning, in which we will explore legal scholarship and professional practice through examination of current and formal legal issues.
Please get those forms in as soon as possible, because you don't want to have to worry about that with all the events coming up at the end of the year. On that note, the yearbook staff would like to announce that the yearbook assembly will be May 7th. Also, the senior video will be shown on May 9th, and the seniors' last day is May 10th. P.S. Iron Man 3 premieres on May 3rd for all you Robert Downey Jr. fans. Looking at you, Farwin Susie.
And now we move on to a showcase of Barstow Middle Schooler who's truly the jack of all trades. Her name is Megan Namanachu. She's a 7th grader and does a great job for the school. Star of the English class, teaches the history class a little bit about Hinduism and how it's different from in America and India, and it's really awesome. And so take a look at the piece I did.
So I do tennis and I do golf, and I also do traditional Indian dance, which talks about our culture. And it takes a long time to graduate because I've been doing it for 4 years, and normally it takes 10 to 12 years to graduate. And I also take math tutoring, which helps with homework. And I also do piano, which kind of helps with music class and also expressing myself.
Hi, Megan Nalamachu is definitely a student that comes to mind when I think about students that go above and beyond in the middle school. In the classroom, she's always engaged in conversation. She always has something thoughtful or insightful to add that encourages others in the class to contribute to conversation. She's able to kind of pull things out of other students that students her age aren't always necessarily able to have that skill. She also contributes extensively in advisory in terms of leadership, especially when it comes to community service projects.
I have Megan in world geography, and she's brought to class. She brings enthusiasm and curiosity. A genuine, well-rounded look at the world, especially since we've been studying India. She's been invaluable as we've looked at Indian culture, particularly Hinduism. She explained Hinduism as it's practiced here versus how it's practiced in India. It was wonderful to hear that, to get information that I wasn't familiar with, and that the way she shared it with the class, she was so enthusiastic, and the way she is every day.
I really enjoy having Megan in class. She helps her classmates, her peers, in numerous ways. So probably the best example is that every 2 weeks we have a vocabulary test, which I'm sure most Barstow upper schoolers are familiar with. So every time we have new vocabulary units, she will make a PowerPoint for the entire class and send it out to all the students in the class pretty much the first day that we have the new words, so to help everyone study. And I like that because it's selfless and it captures who she is. She loves studying on her own. She likes learning as much as she can, but she also likes to help other people.
How would you describe your active lifestyle?
Busy, very busy, because I don't really have a free moment sometimes, but I like it that way because then I get bored.
I also had a moment earlier this year where I was having a hard time, I was very stressed, and I just had to take a moment and I said, does anyone have something that can cheer me up, that can put a smile on my face? And Megan raised her hand. She's really excited. She said, yes, I do an impression of a bee. And sure enough, it put a huge smile on my face. I can't even begin to do it. You'll have to see it for yourself, but she did draw me this picture of a bee. What I like about the picture is that it has no wings.
We would also like to congratulate all the sports teams here at Barstow with our weekly sports roundup. Baseball defeated Casey Christian 16-2 last Friday. They also defeated Maranatha 11-1 on Monday. Their next home game will be at home on Monday, April 15th at 4 p.m. Golf competed in the Jaguar Invitational on Monday, placing 5th out of 20 teams. On Tuesday, the team defeated the Oric Bearcats, making this their third match victory of the season. The boys play in the Richmond tournament today. Tennis defeated Casey Christian on Tuesday in a close match, winning 7-5. The boys will compete in the Truman tournament on Saturday. Track competed in the Wellington Napoleon meet on Tuesday. Several athletes recorded personal bests in their events. In the 1600-meter race, Jay Gillen placed second and Jake Roberts third. In the 3200-meter race, Jake Roberts placed second and Alex McDonald placed third. The Lady Knights soccer team finished off the KC Classic at Pembroke Hill last Friday with a 3-1 victory over Truman, giving them their first title in that tournament. Katie Sloan surpassed her 100 career goals in this tournament also. Soccer also defeated Heritage Christian on Monday 10-0. The girls play tonight at Shawnee Mission North at 7 p.m. And now here's the question of the week.
If apartments are called apartments, then why are they so close together?
You know, apartments are usually part of a larger structure, and while they're individualized, they are still a part of that larger structure. And so you can't have things that are together be so far apart. And so apartments are called apartments because they are still a part of the larger structure that houses them.
Because the people who live in them don't need a bunch of room. They're so close together because they want room for everyone to have a space if they don't want to get a whole house for themselves. They could just have some little room.
I don't know, where do the mints come from?
Because the people who named it just didn't know what to name it. They're called apartments because it's the opposite.
Well, it's because the root word apart makes sense because you want a room where you are kept apart from your neighbor. You're not sharing anything with the people around you, so you're literally apart from them. That's apartments. And strangely enough, I just looked it up. Apartment is a synonym of the word gullible. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and look in the dictionary and check it out.
Today from 3 to 9 p.m., Beachwave is holding a fundraiser for the Spofford home. 15% of the proceeds from today's sales will go directly to Spofford, so be sure to stop by. Also, remember to attend the variety show on Sunday starting at 6:30.
StuCo President Aaron Dupuy is here with his wingman, Adam Singer, to read comments from the suggestion box. Guys?
Hello, everybody. I'm Aaron Dupuy.
And I'm his wingman, Adam Singer.
That you are. Now, you might know that, over by Mr. Kohler's room, there's a little desk that didn't used to be used for anything. Well, now, there's a suggestion box on it. And any suggestion that you put in that box can be brought before StuCo. And StuCo might consider it for a project.
Oh, a project. Well, Aaron, now that you've talked so much about this box, why don't we go get it?
Oh, well, it's right here.
StuCo suggestion box! Now, as Aaron opens this, keep in mind, all these suggestions will be brought before StuCo for serious consideration. Aaron, let's read the first suggestion.
Ah, a good start, a good start. This individual suggests conveniently placed litter boxes to cut down on senior tardies.
Ah, yes. That would help me.
That is brilliant.
Build a robotic talking dog.
Interesting,
it's a great
but
idea.
impractical.
Great idea.
I don't know about it.
Panini maker, please.
I did ask nicely.
Good call, good call.
Oh, perform an archaeological dig on Mr. Byers' beard.
Wow, Wow.
I've always wondered what's in there.
That would be incredible because no one really knows.
No one knows. It's been there for
I'm not sure he even knows.
Decades.
All right. Oh, let's save this one for last.
Would you like to read this one?
Sure. Giraffe Day. I'm not really sure what that would
Is
imply.
that a question mark on the end?
It's definitely a question mark.
It is improbable. That's probably well placed. We
doesn't-
have to raise the ceilings.
To do a lot. All right. Let's see what this one is. Here, you go. That seems like your thing.
Take your grandmother to school week.
That is a powerful suggestion.
That is a good bonding opportunity.
Family is important here at Barstow.
It is. It really is.
Oh, another family-related one. Wear your mom's clothing day.
Well, your mom does have a great wardrobe.
I can't argue with that, Aaron.
Tax exemption.
Perfect.
That's all it says.
Oh, a poignant one. A suggestion to StuCo. Pudding.
Pudding.
Why not? Aaron, would you like to read the final one?
Oh, wow. Oh, my.
I know, I thought the same thing.
Make Mr. Kohler tour kids through Barstow as Willy Wonka. And at the end, he observes one tragic flaw about everyone on the tour.
Wow.
I have always wanted to see him in a purple hat and tux.
You haven't seen him in a purple hat and tux?
Have you?
All the time.
I've been missing out.
Yeah. No,
Well,
you really have.
That's all the time we have today. Mr. Kohler, we'll see you in the chocolate factory.
Thanks, guys. That'll do it for today's show. I'm Joey Penn.
And I'm Judson Woods. Good luck to anyone taking the ACT on Saturday. We'll see you guys next week.